Hello everybody and welcome back to Season 35 of the Pokemon Cup series. Today we're here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the running of the Brickyard 400. This is the first race of the Season 35 playoffs. 18 drivers will face off for the championship, and once we head to Gravis City, only 12 of those drivers will make it to the next round and continue their championship fight for the title. Anyway, on the pole for this race, as you can see, the top 18, all 18 playoff drivers will be starting on the first couple rows. As you can see, Sharona Evans in the 78 is on the pole for this race. On her outside will be the 92 of Josh Drake. Then row 2 will have Anthony Lopez and Cassandra Kirker. Row 3 with Colin Francis and Zachary Fitzwater. And then row 4 with Zachary DeLello and Christian Vargas. And Austin Stitzel and Chandler Caudill will be row 5. In the 6th row we have John Andrews and Billy Bishop. Row 7 with Donovan Duthitt and Roger Ray. Row 8 with James Richardson and Brianna Russell. And finally we got Ryan Butcher and Alexander Rowe, the last playoff drivers in this field starting today. And you'll notice that Ryan Butcher has moved from the 7 car to the 8 car for the playoffs. He'll be running the 8 car for the rest of the season with the RCR partnership. So he'll be running in that 8 car for the rest of the season. But don't worry, the 7 will be back somewhere soon later in the season. And here's the rest of the drivers that are not playoff drivers but are all looking to get an upset and looking to win outright just to end their seasons on a high note. So anyway, let's go trackside for the command to fire the engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
Just like when we talked about the transporter. At the end of pit road, the last pit box is the timing line. So the last white line on pit exit is the line. Big thumbs up, my friend. Have a good time.
I will still be doing stage points, but it's only going to be given to playoff drivers if they provided they finish in the top 10 after each stage. And of course, the winner of each stage, if it's a playoff driver, that driver earns 1 playoff point, which might be important in deciding who advances. So the first stage ends after lap 6, the second ends after lap 12, and we'll run the last 12 laps as the last stage, and after that, regular points are going to be awarded. And of course, those big points will be important for all the playoff drivers to advance over to the next round. Of course, a win gets him into the next round, so Sharona Evans looks to get that win and move on to the round of 12. Here we go. The playoffs begin in Season 35 with the green flag at the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis. Good start for Evans and a good start for Lopez too in second place. The obvious favorite to win the title with 4 wins coming in before the playoffs. A 5th one this season would get him into round of 12 if he does it here at Indy. This place is known to be a real tough, real fast track. Who's going to be winning it and who's going to kiss the bricks here today? Look at that. Evans held on to lead the first lap. So we'll see if Evans can hold on into the rest of the race. Josh Drake trying to look into second place. And they're running on the single file line right now, maybe trying to wait until they get enough draft to make a move. Josh Drake is not going to wait. He's going to go for second. And Josh Drake still trying to get second spot away from Lopez. Very tough act here. Lopez got the run up high still, but we'll see if he can hang on to it. Ooh, he's slipping up a little bit. But Josh Drake still trying to make that move. Here we go. Big straightaway, big speed here as Evans pulls a little bit away. Josh Drake still trying to complete that pass. Gonna try again up in turn 3. Zach Fitzwater got the drafting help behind him. Lopez has been so strong up high though. Still trying to get the better run up high. But Josh Drake, he's not giving up. Josh Drake still wants to get that second spot away. It's helped out Sharona Evans as she has pulled away. Josh Drake not giving up. He wants to try again. He might try again right down into turn 3. But Zach Fitzwater up behind him going to try to make his move. A little too early on that move there, but Josh Drake still not worried about that 4 car. AC42 just made the pass on Christian Vargas. Vargas, he got that move, and now Vargas dropping a little bit back. Stuck on that high line, he's losing the momentum. What a run by Nick Salmon right now, running into the top. Might try to compete for a top 10 spot. He nearly was at the top 10 at one point. Obviously, the former National Series champion from Season 3 looks to finally win in the Cup Series, and his rookie season is not off to a good start, but could really use the win to make sure he is going to finish this season out strong. Oh, look at this. Josh Drake has finally got enough speed to get second place. And there he goes, Josh Drake into second. He had a win in Montegi last weekend to get in, and now looks to win for the second time in a row and lock himself in the round of 12. What an interesting story would that be if Drake won the last race of the regular season and the first race of the playoffs. Zach Fitzwater is going to take second though from the 92. Stage 1 ends under caution. How about that? Evans gets the playoff point, 10 bonus points as well. 9 for Fitzwater, 9 bonus points, 8 for Drake, 7 for Lopez, 6 for DeLello, 7 for Rowe. Wait, 10, 9, 8, 7. Oh no, wait, never mind. 10 for Evans, 9 for Fitzwater, 8 for Drake, 7 for Lopez, 6 DeLello, 5 for Rowe, 4 for Duthit, 3 for Kirker, 2 for Caudell. And no one's going to get the 1 point for 10th in the playoffs. The 10th spot was Nick Salmon, so no playoff driver will earn the 1 point for finishing 10th in the stage. Before we get to the pit stops, and I know the leaders are going to come down pit road here to start off stage 2, let's take a look at what brought the yellow flag. Ooh, a hard crash as one of the playoff drivers was involved in it. Austin Stitzel got contact with Christian Vargas, and then he went back up and he hits Vargas and hits Pichu. There goes Vargas as he flips upside down. Butcher, another playoff driver, is involved, so I believe 3 playoff drivers got a piece of it. Stitzel involved, and then Vargas and Francis. Oh, Cullen Francis is in it. Wow, 4 I believe are involved in the crash. Wow. Others just barely made it through unscathed. Maybe. So much for the big lead by Evans. So let's see who comes out first off pit road as we set pit stops. But look at this. Chandler Caudell stays out. So does Dylan Krugman, Joseph Romanuk, and Philip Goldberg. A gutsy move on Caudell's part. He wants to win and get in to the round of 12. Very risky move, staying out when everybody else pits. The other 3 just want to win. They just want to win and end their seasons on a high note. Who does not want to win here at Indianapolis? So pit stops underway. Who's going to be out first? It looks like Evans is out first off pit road. Fitzwater follows behind her. DeLello, Rowe, Drake, and Lopez in that order. Everybody else coming off, and looks like France is going to have to take some time in the pits. He was involved in the wreck that brought the yellow flag. So Stitzel is done. He is out of the race, and so is Ryan Butcher. Not a good start for their playoff runs here. And Vargas is out as well. So 3 playoff drivers are out here at Indianapolis. That's going to take a big impact on the points. So it's going to be a very short stage 2. Going to be probably running 2 laps under green. Green flag is out, and Chandler Caudell, if he hangs on, he'll earn a playoff point and 10 bonus points. Wouldn't that be something? Evans, Fitzwater, DeLello, Rowe, Drake, Lopez in the top 10. They would be the only ones that would earn stage points since they're in the playoffs, as the non-playoff drivers can no longer earn stage points. And he's done pretty well for some more tires. A little over halfway, just one more lap in stage 2. Look at Zach Fitzwater go! Trying to get into the top 5 with the much slower Goldberg. Obviously, these guys in front of him, older tires. The 4 wants to use his new tires. He wants to take him for a spin. Caudell and Kroom are going to battle for the win for now, but they haven't pitted under caution, so I'm not sure how this will affect them. And Fitzwater gone through the 4, and the 11 has given up, and his tires are done. He's pitting. I think the 42 is hoping for a caution so that everybody else would pit, and he'd be pitting along with them as well, so that he would still be in contention to win. Fitzwater's third, and he's got the fresher tires. He might try to close in on these 2. Look at the run, Fitzwater. He's trying to pull away. Chandler Caudell already earned the 10 crucial points in the playoff point. That probably was his mission, and he's coming down as the tires and fuel are not going to last, and he's going to come down pit road. But at least he was able to get 10 bonus points on the playoff point, which was key for him to advance to the next round. So now, the best of the best are battling it out. Fitzwater in the lead behind fellow playoff driver Josh Drake. And there's Nick Salmon, who isn't in the playoffs, but he is making a run for it. He wants to win for the first time in his career. Last season, it was Kevin National that pulled off the upset here to get his first win here at Indy. Nick Salmon trying to do the same thing. '51 was the last driver to not pit, and Sebastian Coquelin just went around as Romanek was about to pit. This might benefit Romanek. The yellow will come out. This might actually benefit the 51. Yeah, wow. I think Coquelin got slowed up in front of the 51, had nowhere to go, and then Brianna Russell hits him from the side, and that's what's caused the 3 to spin. One other car spinning, and that's Matthew Amdev. Oh, he hit Colin Francis. Oh, wow. He got hit by Giovanni Castillo. And when he tried to get back on track, he gets hit from behind by Francis. And big damage on the 1. And his race might be over. Wow. Wow. I wonder if this will work out to Romanek's favor. Was the last driver who stayed out under the last caution to pit. This might actually work out to his favor. He's not even in the playoffs, and he wants to win. He wants to win at Indy. He's a former champion after all, so I bet you he knows what he's doing. Let's see if they'll pit for the second time under caution to ensure they make it on fuel and tires. Looks like they will. Brianna Russell is going to be a little gutsy and stay out. She's in the playoffs too, so she really wants to win here and make it to the round of 12. So she's going to take a gutsy gamble. Caudill stays out, so does Kroom, and so does Goldberg. This caution helped them out a lot. It really helped out the drivers that pitted a little later and had their strategies work out to their favor. Acevedo with major damage, and so is MDev. I wonder what happened. Wait a minute, does Caudill have a problem because he's slower than the rest? I think he has a problem. He might be out of gas. He's really slow and he might have a problem. Meanwhile, on pit road, who's out first? Josh Drake's out first. Kroom, Goldberg are a lap down, unfortunately, so they won't be a factor. Maybe that's why they slowed down. Russell's in the lead, and wow, tough break for those guys. The strategy didn't work out for them at all. They got lapped. They're going to start in front of the drivers, though. Wait a minute, Caudill has not rolled a lap down, but they're going to start in front of the leader, Russell. This might work out to her favor. Wow, a weird restart coming up. So Russell has the advantage. Alright. Let's see if this will work. 6 laps to go. Green flag is out, and the leader is Brianna Russell. Oh, and she's getting passed by lap cars easily. Josh Drake is in the lead instantly. So Russell, the strategy does not work. Salmon is up to second. Lopez in the third place. So much for that strategy. Try to make it into an impact, and she's holding up her own teammate. Holding up Fitzwater up high. Wow, that's not good. Man, you'd think that she'd help out a teammate. That's not the case. Drivers to pit road, some of them heading to pits again. That's pretty weird. Josh Drake leads with 5 laps to go. Nick Salmon trying to catch up to him and using the lap cars to his advantage. Man, Nick Salmon wants to win badly. Non-playoff driver, and yet he somehow is making a comeback into second. And here he comes for the lead. Nick Salmon trying to lead. Coming to the line right now. No caution, we stay green. Salmon just took the lead. 4 laps to go at Indy. Nick Salmon is your leader in a surprising turn of events. Leaders and drivers coming off pit road. Wonder how that will affect the field. Boy, these cars running real close. There's going to be a wreck. I just know there's going to be a crash. And if there is, it's overtime. This race will be decided in a 2-lap overtime dash. Oh man, contact. Kirker trying to get second from Lopez. Down to the line with 3 laps to go. Salmon has a big lead. He hopes that a yellow does not come out. With all the cars running up, there's no guarantee that this race will end under green into scheduled distance. These cars are aggressive, and who knows what move they'll make. Kirker and Ray battle for second and third now. Who knew that these two would be in the top 3 for the battle for the win? Coming to 2 laps to go. 1 car on the wall. That's Lopez. Very slow on the apron. And something's gone wrong. Something has gone wrong on Lopez's car. Losing positions left and right. Was running in the top 5, and now no chance of the win now. Is very slow. Something might be wrong. Hopefully it doesn't be a factor and doesn't become a nuisance to the field. Here we go to the white flag. We get it under green. It'll be good news for Salmon if he can make it. White flag next time by. He doesn't want to see yellow flag. Here we go. White flag in the air, and we stay green. And this will be the last lap of the race. Nick Salmon, the former National Series champion, is in the 15 this season. Who knew he'd come from behind and might become a Brickyard 400 winner? Gonna pull off an upset once again here at Indy, just like how Kevin National did last season. And he's gonna follow his footsteps. He's gonna be a winner at the Brickyard. Here he comes off the final turn. Nick Salmon pulls off the first race playoff upset with the win at Indianapolis. Nick Salmon, out of nowhere, wins the first playoff race of season 35. He would have loved to have won before the playoffs, but a win is a win, and he does it here at the Brickyard. Nick Salmon is a winner in the Cup Series. Wow. The former National Series champion makes a name for himself by winning in the Cup Series here at the Brickyard 400. Today, he'll be the one kissing the bricks. Wow, who would have thought that a non-playoff driver once again would win here at Indianapolis to kick off the playoffs? Boy, is that going to have an effect on the battle. That's for sure. How about Nick Salmon? What a way to get your first career win. Wow. Anyway, that's it from Indy. Here are the results, as Nick Salmon is your winner here today at Indianapolis. And Cassandra Kirker was the highest finishing playoff driver in second, followed by Roger Ray in third. And then there was Sharona Evans and Josh Drake, who finished in the top 10. Alexander Rowe's tire went down, so he finished 32nd. He retired. Lopez went down to 18th. He hung on the lead lap, but he was slow on the final laps. Something might have gone down. But he did come home 18th. It was not the worst finish among the playoff drivers. So a handful of drivers retired. 5 playoff drivers retired. And Russell was down 2 laps after her strategy didn't work out to her favor. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this race, and we'll see you guys next weekend, as Richmond is where our next playoff race will be. So you don't want to miss Richmond. Raceway is going to be a whole new Richmond. You'll know when we get there. Anyway, see you guys next weekend at Richmond for our second playoff race.